So the question begs to differ as to why so many children had passed away when it comes to Travis Scott's tragedy. Hey guys, it's Murali back at it again with another video, bringing this video from Boston, Massachusetts, USA. If you have not subscribed, guys, click that button. It's daily and consistent content. Many of you guys may recall my housemate who I used to live with. I've come to visit him in Boston, and he used to play in the background all the time. However, regardless of how much work they put into to change the private to the public, what they say about narcissistic individuals and people, and believe me, I've learned all of this in my degree, cognitive, neuroscience and clinical psychology. What stick with me a lot when it came to narcissists as individuals, that we're just doing this dynamic just for the old sake, and hopefully you guys will recall or remember this. Hopefully you guys will. I know I have a lot more new subscribers since then, but still, shout out to the old people that are still here. Anyways, the conversation of I really wanted to get into is, why did Travis Scott, some of the out of the 10 victims, nearly half of them were children, 9-year-olds. We had a 14-year-old. We had somebody who was, a lot of people in this age range who had passed away, even people in their early 20s, but especially children who had passed away. Why did this take place? Now, people are using the narrative of, the father should not have brought their children to this place, but why did the children even want to come? And this is the root of the issue that I think a lot of people don't actually get to, that I think is very interesting. And the reality of the situation is that Travis was marketing his music to children. And, this was his ploy from day one, because when it comes to children, they won't hold people to any form of accountability because they're kids. What do they have to do that for? They are literally kids. They just want to enjoy their life, enjoy good music, and just, be happy. That's all they want to do. So I feel like this was a ploy on his behalf. He has had, sponsorships with McDonald's, sponsorships with Fortnite, which is arguably massively used by children to kind of enthrall them into these places. And then the fact that he loves to rage, and the fact that he loves to, incite crowds, and kids are likely to listen, I feel like it's all interlinked. And we need to look at the bigger picture of this whole scenario. And I feel like a lot of people don't actually do this. They don't look at the bigger picture when it comes to stuff like this. And this is why a lot of people did pass away, I believe, because when it comes to children, they're not as well equipped as grown adults. A lot of grown adults nearly had passed away, but they were able to climb out of these crowds, or their friends who are adults helped them. But when it comes to young children, when they're in danger, it's harder to help them because they're smaller, they're much more weaker, and they're not able to know what's even going around them, especially if they're knocked, unconscious. So, and the fact that he likes to rage and that he's bringing kids into these shows, I feel like it's all kind of interlinked in some capacity. I don't feel empathy for this man. I've said it at least 5 times, because of his past and the fact that he's been very aggressive with the crowds, arrested and charged for convictions in relation to crowds, and causing a mess. So I think this is one of the main reasons, and I feel like the moral of this video is, look at the branch of the story, look at the interrelations, the links of how this is all done. Travis Scott, has been doing this for the last 2-3 years, bringing in more children with the young sponsorships, and now using them to come to crowds, telling them what to do, knowing they will listen, and then it leads to stuff like this, which is why we have victims of like a 9-year-old. So please miss me with the idea of why did the parents bring the children. I think what we're doing here is we're victim blaming. It's not the parents' fault. The kid wanted to come because Travis has been enthralling this crowd for a very long time. Travis is 30-year-old. There's no reason for why he needs to have children as fans, but I feel like he's doing so on in a different purpose, and it's just very weird, because why do you have Happy Go meal sponsor? It's just bizarre, and it leads to stuff like this. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Subscribe to the channel. It's daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram, my Patreon, my merch, and I will catch you guys soon for another video.